What is up, YouTube? Galladite74 here, bringing you this week's Mega Evolution of the Week. This one is the Water Starter of Kanto. I really like this Mega a lot. It's my favorite, actually. I want to say it's one of my favorites. I don't know of the Kanto starters. Of course, I like all the Kanto starters, but this week's Mega is going to be Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise is very fun to use. It can do a lot of things. The Kanto starters being Venusaur, Charizard X, Charizard Y, and Blastoise. I always have a tough time deciding which one I like the most. Sometimes it's Venusaur, sometimes it's Charizard Y, and sometimes it's Blastoise. It's just all over the place, but Blastoise I definitely do enjoy using. It's a really good Mega overall. It is in the UU tier, so that is something to just put that out there. It's in the UU tier of Smogon, so that's pretty good to note. There's not much else to say about Blastoise. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna get right into its typing. It is a pure water type when it is both regular Blastoise and Mega Blastoise. It is weak to electric and grass, and it resists fire, water, ice, and steel. Now, this is actually a really good typing, considering that Blastoise is very defensive, as I will get into this video about. Being only weak to electric and grass is not even that common of a typing, so you really only have to worry about electric, to be honest. And with the bulk that it has, it can take these two effective hits very well. And even the resisted hits, fire, water, and ice, and even steel, since it's fairies now, they are somewhat common, and Mega Blastoise and Blastoise can take a hit very well from these types. Like, it's kind of nothing, really. Everything else is neutral. It can definitely take these hits. As we get into its stats, its stats overall are pretty good. It's a defensive Pokemon more than offensive. Its highest stat is 105 in special defense, but it's got 100 defense too, which is really viable. And its lowest stat is actually its speed at 78. So it's overall, all of its stats are pretty well. You probably need, if you want to use regular Blastoise, you might have to boost into that attack or special attack. I don't even know how Blastoise does that. To be honest, I don't think it can even. But this video concentrates on Mega Blastoise. So that's regular Blastoise stats. When it Mega evolves, it gains insane stats in my opinion. It gains 50 in special attack, 20 in attack, 20 in defense, and 10 in special defense. So it gains no speed, so it's pretty slow overall actually. That special attack gain is actually really big, considering that now it can actually hit really hard. It's got the 120 defense and 115 special defense, so it's got the bulk to take almost any hit basically. And even attack, 103 attack, that's really good. You can make an attacking Blastoise over a special attacking Blastoise. So you definitely have options, and its move pool is really good too, as we're gonna get into in a couple seconds here. But the reason you would want a special attacker is because it is, well, first, it is Mega Blastoise. Its item is the Blastoise Knight, I think that's how you pronounce it. That's its Mega Stone, as you see on screen here. And its ability is Mega Launcher. Mega Launcher powers up Aura and Pulse moves by 50%. So moves like Water Pulse, well, the moves that Blastoise get are Water Pulse, Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse, Aura Sphere. I believe that's it for Blastoise at least. The moves that I run is Scald, Dragon Pulse, Aqua Jet, Dark Pulse. Actually, to be honest, now I'm thinking about it, I would change Dragon Pulse to Aura Sphere, only because Aura Sphere does cover more. Dragon Pulse is really powerful still, don't get me wrong. I just couldn't get Aura Sphere because it's an egg move, so Aura Sphere, you can change this up a lot, this moveset. I run Scald for burn, you can run Water Pulse for damage, or you can run Aqua Jet for priority. That's what I did at least. It gets a bunch of other coverage moves like Ice Beam, Flash Cannon, and all that good stuff there. Even Hydro Pump if you want to be that person. It gets Fake Out for more priority. And what I ran was a little different. I ran a Bold Nature, but you can run a plus defense minus speed nature if you want to, because it's not fast anyway. With max special attack, max special defense EVs. That's how I run my Blastoise. Overall, it's just a really good Pokemon. Like I said, it's got a whole bunch of moves in its arsenal. I could go on about its moves all day. It gets a lot of physical moves, Earthquake. It gets Gyro Ball if you want to be that person. Yeah, even Water Spout. So that is stuff about Mega Blastoise. Pretty good with its move pool. That's probably its main feature, and Mega Launcher, of course. So yeah, that's the Mega Blastoise I run. Like I said, you can change the set around a lot. So it is a shellfish Pokemon, and it was introduced in the first generation, as I mentioned earlier. It is the game mascot Pokemon Blue, being one of the first starters. Yeah, that's what it was. It is the only Gen 1 starter Mega not an OU. Yes, sadly this is true. Mega Venusaur and both Mega Charizards are in the OU tier, while Mega Blastoise is in the UU tier. Depending on like format, because I like to talk about League format, Mega Blastoise really does good. So does all the other ones as well. So it's kind of tough to just put it in a tier, in my opinion. Its other abilities are Torrent and Rain Dish. If you want on regular Blastoise, which is totally viable, it's in the RU tier. You can run Rain Dish, Rain Dance Team, and it's pretty good about it. And it's got the highest special attack out of all Mega Water types. So out of all the Mega Water types, which I believe are Blastoise, Swampert, Sharpedo, and missing one, but yeah, that's Slowbro. That's it. It's got a higher special attack than Slowbro, Mega Slowbro. So that's pretty interesting to know. If you're looking for a high special attacking water type, that's Mega Blastoise is your go-to. So I got some battles here. These two battles aren't the best that capture Mega Blastoise. This first one was just, you'll see as you get into it. So I actually led with Mega Blastoise in this battle. Some battles I did leave it with, sometimes I did. I didn't have too many battles, since these battles weren't that bad, but I was kind of busy, so weren't the best. But anyway, I'm gonna Mega Evolve here. I've got Dark Pulse. I was really scared this was gonna be a Mega Gengar and probably gonna put me to sleep with Hypnosis. It's actually got Focus Blast. I didn't even know why it's going for Focus Blast. Mega Blastoise got a lot of bulk to it, so it took that pretty well. And I'm gonna use the Dark Pulse. It is boosted by Mega Launcher, and that absolutely annihilates the Gengar. So then goes Gengar. Now this is me being an idiot. This next part, they're gonna send out Charizard here, and it was actually Mega Charizard Y. And you know, Mega Charizard Y. Why wouldn't you run Solar Beam? So why wouldn't you run Solar Beam? That's a terrible pun. But anyway, it has Drought and Solar Beam, and since Blastoise is slower, I'm definitely gonna be taken out. And going into this, I had a big assumption that this was gonna be a Mega Charizard. So yeah, kind of sucks. So Blastoise, yeah, goes down here. I could have switched out into my Electros, which is another Pokemon I have on this team. I also have a Slacking. I like this team because Electros covers the electric weakness of the Blastoise, and it's got Assault Vest, so it can take hits very well, especially at least. But since it's a Mega Charizard, for goodness sake, it takes around half. I go for the Thunderbolt here, and it barely lives, which really stinks. So the first Solar Beam was actually like a neutral roll, more towards like a mineral, but not the worst roll. But then the second hit was like closer to a max roll. So down goes the Electros, which really cost me the game actually, because this was a weird Charizard Y. I will be honest, lacking here. I'm not Choice Scarfed. This thing had Focus Blast for whatever reason. I hate Focus Blast. That Focus Blast in the sun looks really cool though. If you didn't see that, that looks really cool. But that was the first battle. I kind of got swept by Mega Charizard Y. It did it, but that's why Mega Blastoise isn't always the best in situations, because of its speed. Its speed is definitely not the best. But however, with the tankiness it has, it usually makes up for it. So we have a Porygon Z lead here, and I actually led off with Electros in this battle. So first turn, Porygon Z actually goes for the trick. I have Assault Vest, so they're actually going to get my Assault Vest, which sucks because I'm a special attacker. I take the Choice Scarf, which isn't that bad, me having a Scarf, but then having an Assault Vest does actually make things a little bit worse. Thunderbolt is still doing a decent amount of damage, so I decided just to go for it instead of anything. So I get the Paralysis here, and Porygon Z actually gets paralyzed, so I kind of have some hacks on my side, which is fine with me. So I'm going to take this thing out with a Thunderbolt, which is pretty good. So Porygon Z goes down, which is really good. And now their next Pokemon is going to be a Dragonite. Since I have Scarf, I will be faster, so I want to break that multi-scale as fast as I can, so I decided to go for a Thunderbolt. Doesn't do too much, however, since its multi-scale is now broken, I can come in later and destroy it. So Dragon Claw does a lot. I decided just to sack off Electros here. I don't really need it for anything else anymore. Dragon Claw takes out Electros here. I wasn't sure what this item of Dragonite was. I don't think it really mattered. But I'm going to send out Blastoise here since I have Dragon Pulse. This is the one time that Dragon Pulse is really good. So it ended up having Quick Law, which is really weird. I Mega Evolve here. Why wouldn't you Mega Evolve? I decided to go for Dragon Pulse. Yeah, if I had R-Sphere, that actually would have been pretty bad in this situation, since my most powerful move would have been Dark Pulse, and it's a Dragonite. A Dragonite could have outstalled me with this Roost here it has, Luckily, it does not get its multi-skill back, just barely. And I do end up going for the Dragon Pulse here, and that's going to do a load of damage. I'm shocked Dragonite even survived that. I'm not confident enough that Aqua Jet can actually take out the Dragonite, sorry. And it goes for Earthquake. It can't Roost Stall me, so it just gets some damage off. And I decided to here just go for a Dragon Pulse again, and down goes Dragonite. So there's 2 Pokemon down. I'm sorry if my voice is a little screechy in this video. The volume levels I see are skyrocketing high compared to the usual. So the last Pokemon is Gyarados, Shiny Gyarados. Shiny Gyarados is one of my favorite shinies. I love Red Gyarados. It's the most common, but it's still cool. So it's actually going to be a Mega Gyarados. I decided here, since almost all Gyaradoses use Dragon Dance, I decided to go for Scald. Scald is not going to do anything, considering Mega Gyarados actually has good special defense. I was just going for the Burn here, so yeah, that does nothing. And I didn't get the Burn, however, it's going to go for Dragon Tail, and it misses. Which is fine with me. I was kind of hoping it would hit, so my Slacking can come in. I decided to go for Dragon Pulse just to get some damage off, and he does go for the Dragon Tail again, which is good for me actually, since Slacking actually has Play Rough. So yeah. So this is gonna end up with the game here. I don't know. This is like 4th move syndrome. Aura Sphere would have been good for the Gyarados, but Dragon Pulse for the Dragonite. So you can mix up Blastoise a lot, and that's how I use Mega Blastoise here.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, leave a like, follow me on Twitter, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it.